She smiles, laughs, dodges a question, and suddenly the entire tennis world is asking the same thing. Is Serena Williams secretly planning a comeback? Because here's the twist nobody expected. She's back in the anti-doping testing pool. That's not something retired legends casually sign up for. That's paperwork you file when you want to keep a door open. And when Serena was asked about it on live television, instead of shutting it down, she gave an answer so playful, so vague, it only made the rumors louder. This isn't just gossip. This is the greatest women's tennis player of all time, leaving a crack in the door. And tennis fans know exactly what that could mean. When Serena appeared on national television, the host tried, repeatedly, to get a straight answer. Are you coming back? Is this the start of a return? And Serena, smiling like she knew exactly what she was doing, danced around it. She joked. She laughed. She talked about being a full-time mom. She refused to say yes. But here's the key part. She also refused to say no. That matters. Because athletes who are truly done don't play games with questions like that. They say, I'm retired, and move on. Serena didn't. She said she's enjoying life. She said she's happy. She said she doesn't know what will happen. That is not a retirement speech. That is someone keeping options open. Now let's talk about the testing pool, because this is where things get serious. The International Tennis Integrity Agency doesn't randomly add former players for fun. You re-enter that system if you want to remain eligible to compete. It means surprise drug tests. It means compliance. It means you're at least considering the possibility of stepping back on court. That alone sent shockwaves through the tennis community late last year. But most people assumed it was just a formality or maybe connected to exhibition events. After this interview, nobody is so sure anymore. And here's where it gets emotional. Serena didn't walk away from tennis on a storybook ending. Her final match at the U.S. Open in 2022 was electric, dramatic, unforgettable, but it wasn't a title. It wasn't a trophy lift. It was a third-round loss where she fought, but came up short. After the match, she was in tears, thanking the crowd, trying to hold it together. It felt like a goodbye, but also like something was left unfinished. Later, she admitted that loss bothered her, not publicly in a bitter way, but honestly. Competitors like Serena don't just switch off that fire. They don't suddenly become okay with losing their last match. That feeling lingers. Fast forward to today. She's a mother too. She talks about school runs and family time. She jokes about writing housewife on forums. And you can tell she genuinely loves this chapter of her life. But here's something every elite athlete understands. Happiness off the court doesn't erase the competitive voice in your head. It just makes it quieter. It never disappears. So when Serena laughs and says, I don't know what will happen, tennis fans hear something different. They hear possibility. Let's be real about the physical side. Serena is in her 40s. A full Grand Slam comeback would be one of the hardest things any athlete has ever attempted. The tour is faster now. The rallies are longer. Recovery is tougher. But if there is one player in history who has repeatedly destroyed the limits people set for her, it's Serena Williams. She won majors while injured. She won while pregnant. She came back from life-threatening health complications and still reached Grand Slam finals. Counting her out has always been a bad bet. But this isn't just about belief. It's about motivation. What would bring Serena back? It wouldn't be for rankings. It wouldn't be for money. It would be for legacy or maybe closure. 23 Grand Slam singles titles. One sure the all-time record in the open-era conversation that fans never stopped debating. If she came back and somehow made a deep run at a slam, the sport would stop. Every match would be prime time. Every press conference would be must-watch. And imagine the locker room. An entire generation grew up idolizing her. Players who had her posters on their bedroom walls would suddenly be sharing the court with her. That energy would be unreal. Now, to be fair, there's also a strong chance this is nothing more than Serena being Serena, playful, private, and unwilling to let the public define her timeline. It's important to say clearly, there is no official announcement, no confirmed return. Everything right now is speculation based on her testing status and her words. But here's why the story won't die. She didn't close the book. Sports fans are trained to listen between the lines. When legends are done, they sound done. Serena sounded curious, relaxed, open-ended. That's all it takes to light a fire in the rumor mill. There's also the emotional pull of unfinished business. Think about how many great athletes have tried to come back for one more run. Some succeed, some don't, but the attempt itself becomes part of their legacy. If Serena ever walked onto a Grand Slam court again, even for a single match, it would be one of the biggest moments in tennis history. And let's not ignore the entertainment factor. Tennis right now is in a transition era. New stars are rising, but the sport still leans heavily on its icons for global attention. A Serena return, even brief, would bring millions of casual viewers back to the screen. Still, there's the other side. She has built a life beyond tennis. Business ventures, family, freedom from the grind of constant travel and training. Walking away from that comfort to chase a maybe is not a simple decision. That's why her answer felt so human. Not dramatic, not strategic, just honest uncertainty. She's not promising anything. She's not denying anything. She's allowing herself space to feel it out. And honestly, that might be the most Serena thing ever. She has always done things on her terms. From fashion statements to career scheduling to motherhood, she has never followed the traditional script of what a tennis champion should do. If she returns, it will be because she wants to, not because fans or media pushed her. So where does that leave us? Watching, waiting, reading every interview for clues. Not because we expect a miracle, but because with Serena Williams, you can never say never. Tennis has learned that lesson too many times already. Now I want to hear from you. If Serena did announce a comeback tomorrow, do you think she could still make a deep Grand Slam run, or would this era be too physically demanding?